ready for DMZ launching tomorrow with Warzone 2.0? I know I am. But we recently got to see a preview of DMZ where streamers like Dr. Lupo, whose gameplay you're seeing in the background of this video, so big thanks to them for providing it for us. And obviously plenty of other streamers all got invited to Infinity Ward to get their hands on DMZ and Warzone 2.0 early. And in this video I'm going to be giving you all the information you need based on that preview event, so you know exactly what DMZ is and how it's going to play, so you can jump straight in on day one. So first off, what is DMZ? Well, DMZ is a sandbox open world extraction experience where players of all skill levels can choose their own way to play, and in turn their own way to win and extract. Launching with Warzone 2 on November 16th as a beta at first, and being developed on player feedback, which is a great thing because earlier it wasn't going to be released as a beta and the preview didn't go quite as planned, so a beta is 100% the right move. DMZ feels like it's built for definitely the more hardcore fans, where you can complete faction missions, contracts and in-world events, while also stocking up their stash, fighting against threatening AI and other enemy player squads. And there is no best way to play this game mode. The aim of the game is to extract. Just like other extraction shooters, you can load in and many teams can extract. It isn't just one winner like in Warzone. So some teams can choose to take any gunfight they see, hunting down enemy players and killing loads of AI, and stocking up on all the weapons to bring out into their stash. But others, they might prefer to do the complete opposite, avoiding all gunfights where possible, whether that be players or AI, and then just looting around the map for valuables, hidden secrets, and then choose to build up their inventory ready for the next infill to that map. I know for myself that I'll be kind of in the middle of both of these, finding keys for the more higher value loot areas around El Mazrah, and then taking out the threats inside and extracting with the higher tier loot without too much excessive risk. I come from quite a hardcore extraction shooter background, playing games like Escape from Tarkov for plenty of years, so that is the preferred playstyle for me, but I know a lot of Call of Duty fans are still going to play this like it's Call of Duty, so you're going to have a mix of playstyles in there all at once. At the core of DMZ, there are basic and well put together extraction shooter concepts that were made famous by games like Escape from Tarkov. The out of range stash and inventory of DMZ is going to play a major part in this game mode. At the very start, players will be given a very small stash filled with a few free starting weapons that you can choose to take into your raids. Weapons inside of DMZ are known as contraband, and they are only usable within the DMZ mode. And much like previous extraction shooters, if you were to die with these weapons, they are gone for good. If you were to pick up weapons whilst in raid, then you can use them throughout your raid, and if you were to successfully extract with them, then they will be considered contraband once you extract and get added to your stash ready for a future raid. You do get the opportunity to insure weapons before you go in though, starting with 1 insurance slot and then building up to 3 by completing faction missions. However, don't expect to ensure your weapons die and then get them back straight away. You have to wait 10 plus hours to get your insured stuff back, unless you're willing to pay the right price to get them back sooner. Your out of raid stash can also contain different things other than weapons as well. You'll also have access to a key stash where you can store various keys out of raid to gain access to locked areas in El Mazrah, and these locked keys can give you access to strongholds, police stations, other high value areas, and this is where you're going to find valuable intel to help you progress in your faction quests as well as the higher tier loot around the map. Speaking of factions, there are 3 factions inside of the DMZ mode. You've got Legion, White Lotus and then Black Mouse. These factions are going to be the ones giving you quests to increase your XP gain and gain your first rewards while playing this mode. Legion is the first faction you're going to encounter, and the other 2 will unlock after completing other faction missions, so you've got a progression there in sort of a lore and story. The more missions you can complete with each faction, the higher up in the faction tiers you will get, and obviously the more harder missions will then get given to you with the better rewards. So definitely worth leveling these guys up to get their harder quests and the higher tier loot to come out with as quest rewards. Before jumping straight into DMZ though, a player will need to kit up with their desired loadout, whether that be a fully kitted out assault rifle and a sniper as a backup, a large backpack with tons of keys, or going in purely naked in hopes to find everything you need inside of a raid. players will have a small backpack by default to hand, so you can store items in there as well, and you can pick up things as you go in your raids. But you will be able to find and extract with larger backpacks to carry more loot as they go. All items that can be picked up either as loose loot finding around the world, or inside of containers that spawn around the world also. These containers can be anything from weapon boxes to a small cupboard in the kitchen, or a medical cabinet in the bathroom of an apartment, for example. And all of this loot is found in places you expect. Food items that can be sold at buy stations inside with kitchen cabinets, for example, weapons inside of military boxes and weapon cases, and medical items inside of hospitals and medical boxes. So it all makes sense where you're going to find these items. And all of these items have value to be sold at buy stations, as I mentioned earlier. Some of these valuables will be worth more than others, and you'll be able to see this in your inventory tab. So managing this is going to be crucial to make the most out of your raid with the small storage that you actually have in your backpacks. Selling valuables whilst in a raid can also be a big help to you, especially if you're needing access to a vehicle on the go, or maybe you want to buy another contraband weapon from your stash to use in a raid instantly. Selling valuables will also give you the option to buy things like munition boxes and self-revive kits, which of course can be brought out of raid if they didn't get used in the previous one. But be aware, each buy station scattered around Al Mazrah has limited stock, as well as different stock depending on which buy station you go to, and each costs different amounts, so you're going to need to be looting to be able to get those munition boxes and self-revive kits, so you can't just all be carrying them around and they ain't easy to find at all. There are plenty of things to do inside of your raids in DMZ. In addition to your faction missions to complete, you'll also notice tons of different in-raid activities for you to do also. This will get you cash, keys and XPs to progress, and it will range from things like rescuing hostages from Al-Qatala forces, taking down high value targets which are named NPC AI, or activating UAV SAM turrets, etc. just to progress and make the world a little bit easier. If you activate a UAV turret, you'll see a small area of the Al Mazrah map will have a UAV for a small period of time. This will allow you to see all AI and all players in that area, which is a big help. SAM turrets will take out helicopters that are landing and dropping AI throughout the world, etc, etc. Tons to do, and there is no specific objective to complete in this game mode. You get to pave your own way to play, and that is what the main selling point is for DMZ. But you are definitely going to want to do as much as possible. You even get to earn rewards that carry over to other game modes in Modern Warfare 2, with the ability to unlock double XP tokens, calling cards, weapon charms, and even brand new weapons added to Season 1 in MW2, including the M13B, which is a brand new and improved version of the cult classic of the M13 from Modern Warfare 2019. You got the BASP SMG, and even more cosmetics including weapon blueprints and stuff like that. So plenty to do and plenty to unlock as well, and it'll carry over to the rest of the games if you do want to take a nice weapon into Warzone 2 or multiplayer, for example. As I mentioned earlier, there isn't a defined winner in DMZ. In theory, everyone can win if nobody fought each other and all extracted, but this is Call of Duty after all. There's definitely going to be a large amount of the players thinking it's just going to be another version of Warzone, so be cautious about making new friends. But you can revive enemy teammates as well as your own, and risk that friendship, betrayal sort of thing. It gives you a nice, cool little interaction, especially when proximity voice is enabled. The risk factor of losing everything is also very prominent in this mode. Much like every extraction shooter, including my bread and butter Escape from Tarkov, everything in your loadout and your backpack will be lost upon death, so there is no safe container like there is in Tarkov, but you will be able to ensure that one item, as I mentioned earlier, and that will get back to you in a short period of time if it wasn't extracted by another player. Very interesting game mode, and I look forward to seeing what it's going to be like tomorrow when it fully releases. Be sure to keep an eye on the channel because there will be tons of guides, videos all about DMZ coming out quite a lot, because I am quite excited for this game mode. Extraction shooters are definitely becoming more of a forefront of the shooter industry, and it is very promising for those more hardcore tactical people like myself. I hope this video did help. If you wanted some more information on the DMZ mode, and if you're looking forward to it like myself, then let me know down below in the comments, and let's start a discussion there. But be sure to subscribe if you do want to keep up to date, because as I said, tons of stuff coming and tons of stuff in the pipeline, and you'll be seeing it from more of a point of view of a tactical person rather than a typical Call of Duty player. If you need any more information as well, let me know down below in the comments and I'll be happy to reply to you there as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, which will probably be DMZ. See you soon. Bye bye.